Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. There we go. There we go. Get some life now. Welcome to City Hall as we celebrate this special day for Revere as Revere 311 officially goes live. And of course, and of course, what makes it even more special is to have Lieutenant Governor Karen Polito here today. So let's. Revere 311 would not be a reality without the support of our state and local elected leaders. So we have continued support from our partners in the legislature, including Representative Rosalie Vincent, and I know Joan Machillo from Speaker DeLeo's office is here in the audience somewhere. There she is. Joan. And of course, Senator Boncory. The City Council, some of which are behind us today, have also been supportive of this effort through the funding of our Office of Innovation and Data Management, which has been in each of my first two budgets, which the councilors have been supportive of. So I'll just go down the line and say we have with us today Ward 2 City Councilor Ira Novoselsky, Ward 3 City Councilor Arthur Guanasso, Councilor at Large Tony Zambuto, Ward 5 City Councilor John Powers, and Ward 6 City Councilor Charlie Patch. Thank you all. Starting today, you can call 311 from your phone in Revere or 781-286-8311 from outside Revere to report any issue or ask any question. You can also download the Revere 311 app on both your Apple and Android devices. And not many people know this, but one of my first motions as a city councilor after I got elected in 2011 was asking for the start of a 311 call center. And as a candidate for mayor, I promised on the campaign trail that I would make it a reality. So shortly after taking office, my team started laying the groundwork to make sure that this day happened. So it's a great honor and the culmination of years of work for me to stand here before all of you and say that 311 has finally arrived. And I'm excited about Revere 311 because it reflects two important priorities of my administration. First, the importance of making city government more friendly, more responsive, and more courteous for all of our residents. I know that for many residents, it can be frustrating to try to get a question answered or even report an issue. And that's what we're hoping to address through the launch of a dedicated constituent service system. And the second priority reflected in 311 is my goal of making Revere city government more innovative. Our city has a tremendous opportunity to use fresh ideas and 21st century technology to make city government work better for all of you. And that's what we're doing here today. The goal of 311 is for you to have one call to City Hall. That means no more searching around for what department to call, no more getting transferred from department to department to department. When you call 311 and report an issue, it will be tracked, it will be followed up on, and you'll be kept up to date however that works best for you. So that means a callback, maybe an email, or the use of the Revere 311 app. And Revere 311, I think many people may not know this either, is actually been in soft launch for a couple of months now, and we've already received tremendous feedback from residents about how friendly, helpful, and responsive our staff has been, and how nice it is to get a call back or a follow-up email after reporting an issue. The 311 staff are trained customer service professionals whose job it is to make sure that city government is addressing all of your concerns. I'd like to give a quick shout out to our 311 staffers, two Revere residents who have jumped in and done a great work and a great job providing outstanding customer service to our residents the last few months, and will continue to do so, I know, now that 311 is official. So Alan and Randy, please stand up, say hello. And don't worry, the office is still staffed. Denise is back in the office and taking phone calls now, but Alan, Randy, and Denise are here to help and make sure that problems get solved. As I mentioned earlier, we are absolutely honored to have Lieutenant Governor Karen Polito here to say a few words. This is now the second straight day the Lieutenant Governor has been in Revere, and I think that shows the commitment that this administration has to cities and towns all across the Commonwealth. And I want to thank her for the continued support of the city of Revere. And a big part of the reason why we were able to launch 311 is the fact that the city had signed a community compact with the Baker-Polito administration. And this administration has forged community compact partnerships to help cities and towns all across the Commonwealth adopt best practices, and that includes using technology. Community compact funds helped with the startup expenses of our 311 system, so we're incredibly appreciative of this program. On that note, I want to, without further ado, welcome Karen Polito to the podium. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Well, good morning. It's an honor to be here again in the great city of Revere with our city councilors and with our mayor. And I also want to acknowledge our chief, Chief Guido, and his family are here as well. You and your team did an outstanding job yesterday for the Columbus Day Parade, which Governor Baker and I were very honored to be able to attend and see so many families and people out enjoying this beautiful city, even in the rain. They turned out big here in Revere. The whole main area looked terrific. And I remember not too long ago, this area suffered from damages from a tornado that came through. And it's great to see the businesses thriving again and the cleanup and the activity that has come about in this area. It's an honor, as I said, to be here to celebrate this milestone for you and with you. As the mayor stated, I do a lot of work for our administration in terms of building stronger relationships with our cities and towns across the Commonwealth. And as the mayor talked about keeping promises, Governor Baker and I promised that we would make Massachusetts a stronger, better, and more prepared Commonwealth from one end of the state to the other. And that is why, in his very first executive order, he signed a commitment to the cities and towns all around embedding better and best practices in local government to prepare communities for opportunity and success for the future. And I'm very pleased that Revere took advantage of the Compact Best Practices program and was the 8th community in the Commonwealth to sign up for several initiatives which are now embedding in your governance today. The idea of having e-permitting for people doing business with the city to be able to do that electronically and save on paper, time, and effort is really important. To have a capital plan, to think about your public buildings here and what sort of maintenance and repairs will be needed in the future, or perhaps expansions to serve the people here in the Commonwealth. We're happy to be able to partner with you on those initiatives. And then to celebrate today, I want to just underscore that this is a city that has strong leadership, that's thinking about the future and always thinking about better ways to serve the people who live here. In fact, because you were a member, an early member of the Compact community, you got extra points on your application for IT grant funds. and you had to compete with about 100 other communities for a pot of money to the sum of about $2 million. And your application did rise to the top, because we knew that by granting these dollars to Revere, that you would get the job done. And we were very pleased to see your application come forward and to be able to grant $54,000 for this particular initiative, partnering with the Collins Center to acquire the software, create an office of data and information, and then to be able to better communicate with the people of this community is really important. Using social media and having this one call to City Hall is really quite an accomplishment for this community, and does set you apart, and also shows other communities the way of getting this done in their communities as well. So I want to commend you for your initiative, for getting the promises fulfilled for this community, and for being innovative in how you communicate with the citizens here. I want to just also thank the office that's represented here, because no matter what the call is coming in, it's important to that person. And they need to know that when the call is made, that there is a friendly, warm, and responsive person on the other side to be able to answer the call or redirect, but at least assure that taxpayer, that resident, that there's someone who cares about their particular need. So I commend you on stepping forward to take on these important tasks, and for adding another level of great service to the people of Revere. And finally, I just want to underscore that the way we are fulfilling our promise to you is by strengthening each community, preparing each community for success. We've been able to sign 306 of these best practices compacts throughout our Commonwealth, from our cities to in our urban locations, to rural communities, to suburban communities, all across this Commonwealth. And I endeavored to get to all 351. And we want to thank Revere for doing their part, for strengthening not only your community, but for making Massachusetts a stronger and better Commonwealth for everyone. So congratulations to all of you. We look forward to partnering with you on other great initiatives going forward. But you're doing great work today, and I'm happy to come to spotlight and highlight your success.
I just want to close this here. My name is Tanya Stepashuk. I work for the Collins Center out of UMass Boston, and it has been a pleasure to help get this set up along with the amazing staff that you have here in Revere, and also work on various of these community compacts. It's amazing to see them come to fruition, and this is a particularly exciting one here in Revere. So I just want to give you a few details about how to utilize 311. We like to think of it as not just a phone number. It is a phone number. It's easy to remember. But you can get your answers to your questions. You can also put in your requests for service from the city, anything from that pothole that we all experience to tree branches to anything you can almost think of. You can go on your app, or you can go onto the website, or you can call these guys and report that and get that filled or worked on. And it's also an answer to utilizing data for improved city performance. This lets us track everything that is going on, which is a huge benefit to the city in terms of improving services going forward. So we're creating this image of City Hall as customer-oriented, with our customers being our residents, our businesses, and our visitors. And we really strive to answer those questions when you call, or if we can't answer those questions, at least find you the expert in City Hall that can. So you're no longer being transferred to departments where people aren't sure of the answers. And it's also a central repository of all sorts of information about the city. So that's pretty amazing in and of itself. So I want to let you know how you can utilize it. It's by dialing 311. You can do that on your cell phone or landline. And if for some reason it doesn't work for you, every once in a while there's a quirk, you can also dial the telephone number 781-286 8311 on a landline. You can also download Revere 311 on the Apple Store or Google Play. I know a lot of our city councilors are already utilizing it regularly. You can visit revere.org/311 or just go to revere.org. There's a nice little icon there for you to use. You can email us at 311@revere.org. And so we're just trying to make it as easy as possible to contact Revere and get answers to your questions. So I want to mention that I'm available for questions about any of these particulars after we're done here. But Mayor, did you want to take questions now or just make me available? Yeah, questions?
I don't know if we have any questions.
No questions. So thorough, we don't have any questions. So I want to invite you to see the 311 Center. Joe's right over there. He's going to take you on a tour. It's just right next door. But you're welcome to see it in action. So thank you, everyone, for being here. And feel free to join us over there. Okay. Yeah, I shouldn't be in the middle here.